Hey everyone, welcome to the Move Me podcast with Kevin Methvin. Today we have the fabulous Erin Summit joining us. She's going to talk to us about vacation rentals and whether or not it makes sense for you to own more than one home. And I just want to start off by talking about Erin and how she's so involved with the community. I always see her downtown Brentwood doing something. She's always putting on events for people, and she just is one of those people that really connects other people. And I just have a lot of respect for you, a lot of admiration for you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me here today.
Yeah, sure, no problem. So, should you buy a vacation rental? Is that something that makes sense for anybody? What do you think?
Yes and yes. Depending on what your ultimate goal is, I have great experience with vacation rentals. I want passive income though.
Okay.
So if that's something that interests you, it's a great avenue to look into.
Okay. And how many you have two now, right?
I have two. Yeah.
Okay. Where are they located?
So the first one is in Arnold.
Okay.
And my second one is in Nevada City, which is right by Grass Valley.
Yeah. So Arnold, is that they call it Cozy Cabin? Is that the one? Did you have like an Instagram
for it? That was the Sanctuary.
Oh,
yes,
the Sanctuary.
Yes,
that's
yes,
what it is.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been looking at a few because, like I said, I want to go up there with Amanda at some point because she wants to go touch snow.
Yes.
I want to live in the snow, but she wants to touch snow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that one we originally bought because the family really likes to touch snow.
Okay.
Not too much snow.
Uh-huh.
And then we thought for the off season or when we're not up there, we would be able to use it as an Airbnb.
Okay.
And so that was my very first experience with an Airbnb. And there's a lot more to Airbnbs than I knew. And now we've dabbled for so many years that it just made sense to get another one in a place that was there was a little bit less Airbnbs to choose from. So it wasn't so saturated.
Yeah. Like you were mentioning earlier that it's probably the number one thing you want to do is find one where they don't have a bunch of other ones, right?
Yes. Yes.
You said your Nevada City one is usually booked pretty much year round.
Yep. Nevada City is booked year round. And actually in Nevada City, there's the Victorian Christmas. So in December, I usually book a year in advance.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's the whole month of December. So it's not just on weekends. It's a pretty quaint, cool little town. But that one, because there's not as much saturation, you can rent it for more. There's actually, I've noticed too, I have better property management up there, better cleaners up there. Like it just is a different atmosphere than Arnold has proven to be for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how do you find these cleaners and the property managers? Like you've had some experience with it. Like where are you finding the best people to help you with
it? So, so that's one of the steps in looking for Airbnb.
Yeah, sounds like it.
That's one of the big steps because some towns are, Arnold just doesn't have a huge population.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So since there's not a huge population, you don't really have cream of the crop pickings. I didn't really realize that at the time. So I had to go through a few, but in Nevada City, it was a friend of a friend and she's just worked out brilliantly. And she also has another Airbnb and that she, cleans, and that it just worked out great for me.
Okay. So what are some other things that you didn't know going into it that you kind of had to learn maybe the hard way?
So vacation rentals are also considered second homes and for your financing needs. Okay.
Right.
And when you go in and you want a vacation rental, you need to check many avenues, not just the financing that you want to get, but the insurance. Mm-hmm. That's a big deal. And both of my properties are in fire.
I was going to say, probably some of the higher places to insure in California right now.
So there's that. There's HOAs. Some of the cities have different transient occupancy taxes. So really digging in, besides your property management or your cleaners, that's where you want to go first because you always want to know what your outgo is going to be. Okay. Just in case you have construction that you need to do and you can't rent it out for a month, you got to know where you're working with. So for my clients, when they come to me and they're considering buying a second home or a vacation home property, one of our first discussions is what can you afford per month before we even start talking to a real estate agent about, different possibilities.
Yeah. So, and then like you mentioned, in December, you're booked out years in advance, right?
Yes.
So it can be very seasonal, right? So that's something that you have to take into account, right?
Yes. And in Arnold, if there's a storm, those roads are closed.
Oh,
It
no.
doesn't matter if you're booked or not. Like those people cannot come.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about that.
Yeah. So there's different things that can happen. Mother Nature is one of them.
Right.
Yep. I've had some, unfortunate situations where things have gotten broken and things like that. So you just want to make sure that you're not putting in your home anything that's too valuable, not just monetarily, but emotionally.
Yeah.
And the Arnold properties have the leach fields, and they don't have regular water, and they have propane. And so just getting to know the area, that was a big curve for me because I'm a flatlander.
Yeah.
I'm Bay Area.
Yeah, me too.
I'm on water. Like I don't have a well. I don't have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't have a sewer system. I have the city water. So all of that. I never had a bear box before. So this was all.
A bear box. What's that? You mean for like a trap or keep them away or what?
To keep them from getting into your garbages. Yeah, it's like a lockable box. All of this was new. Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh. So there could be some horror stories.
Yeah, no, thankfully, I don't know if it's real wood.
We'll call it real wood for now.
We're going to call it. Thank you. Thankfully, we have not had any, or I have not had any horror stories, but I definitely learned from getting the Arnold one that places like Nevada City is probably a more lucrative place. Now, obviously, more lucrative, price is going to be higher, things like that. So you just have to be prepared for that.
Okay.
But there's a lot of financing options. If people really want to do it, they can figure it out. Okay.
So you mentioned financing options. Yep. What are some options that people may not know about for second homes?
For second homes, the guidelines are pretty much the same for a primary residence. So you can put down, I mean, if someone wants to come to me and say, I want to put down, barely nothing, I'm going to probably try and talk them out of it just because that's not a good plan to set up for a rainy day. Okay. Or if they need to sell, they're going to end up being out of pocket once they pay commissions and things. So I would say probably you want to be able to put at least 10% down on a second home, a vacation rental.
And that's not bad. I mean, that's, it's not 20%, it's not 25%.
Nope.
Because regular investment properties, regular rentals, aren't they 20, 25 typically?
Yeah. I mean, there are some out of the box things, but yeah, definitely 20% for investment properties. Mm-hmm. And then talk to your tax advisor. Like, decide, do you want to write this off on your taxes as a Schedule E? Do you want to put it on an S Corp? Do you want to put it in an LLC? There's a lot of benefits to protect yourself and your home and your assets with these different ways of protecting your income and your write-offs. Yeah,
so just figure that maybe something happens. How much money do you want to have put away for those rainy days where they can't get to the place or whatever?
I mean, rule of thumb, you're going to want at least 3 to 6 months. Okay. I mean, I would say that would be, I'm very conservative, so I want to have a lot more than that, but you're going to want at least 3 to 6 months because you just don't know. And depending on if you're buying a fixer upper, you're going to be, that's going to take some time.
Is it similar to regular primary residence as far as financing with like a fixer upper? Can you do?
There are programs for some construction loans. Are you saying like rehab loans? Yeah, there are different programs. The interest rate may not be so nice. Mm-hmm. There's also, people can look at ARMs while they're doing that. If they want to have a little bit lower payment per month while they're fixing everything up and then refinance.
Are those actually lower right now though? I remember hearing the ARMs were much different.
It depends. On primary, I'm not really seeing it, but there's a need for them, depending on how people are being financed. If they're being financed through bank statements and not income, sometimes that's the alternative that they need to go to.
Okay. So, and then I think I've heard like a choice renovation loan. Is that something you can use on second, or is that just for primary?
It's going to depend. So I know that we have one. Well, I'm a broker, so I work with like 300 different lenders. Right, yeah. So there's a lot of them, but all of them, there's a price to pay. You know what I mean? Right. So if you have to figure out the box you fit in. I'm never one to sell rate. I'm to sell opportunity. Mm-hmm. So if you want to get a vacation home and you're looking to have the best rate, it's not happening.
Yeah.
That's going to be a primary residence, right?
Sure.
And people just need to understand it's because the risk of the bank is taking. If something were to happen, you're going to let your vacation rental go before your home goes, right?
Sure.
So, yeah, it's an opportunity. And if the opportunity is something that you think will be lucrative for you, then we can talk and we'll make it happen. But,
so ideally, you want to have at least 10% down, probably at least 6 months plus worth of reserves in the bank.
Yep.
What are some other, and then of course you have to get the insurance together and the property management together and cleaning people and that sort of thing. What other things will you need, I guess?
So a platform. So some people like to have just single platforms like your VRBO, your home now or home away, your Airbnb, bookings.com, whatever it is.
Okay. Wow.
I actually use a company called Evolve, kind of plug them in here.
Okay.
And they cover all the platforms. So you give them a 10% and they cover all your platforms. So they cover all of my calendars. I never have to worry about double bookings, collecting money, insurance, any of that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So they really take that. That's honestly, I know some people are like, no, I'll just do it myself. That is so much work and so much stress that I don't have to worry about.
It's like a full-time job by itself, probably.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Like who needs that? I'm in this to collect residual income. I'm not in here to play attorney, to play insurance, to do any of that. And it's been pretty simple because let's say that there is something that gets damaged.
Okay.
You can literally take a picture, the replacement cost, I can send it over to Evolve. They reimburse me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Yeah. So that's another thing I had to learn. I first went through a company that's actually no longer in business anymore. Surprise, surprise, because they were.
Yeah. I saw your post about that.
Yeah. So, live and learn, but Evolve has been amazing. And yeah.
Okay.
So.
And then, you're also getting some use out of it personally as
Absolutely.
well? Yeah.
Absolutely. So when you have your rentals, you can basically just go into that calendar that they have and do an owner hold. I also book both of my bookings through my Instagram. They have their own Instagram pages through that for friends. And so I'm able to kind of, don't let my tax guy hear this, but kind of under table the money so that I'm not being taxed by their city or by my own income.
Okay.
On that.
And then how many days out of the year are you using it for personal use? What do you say on average?
Arnold, a lot more than Nevada City because the money that I make on Nevada City
doesn't make sense for you too, really.
Yeah. It's a really cool town. I really love it. So if it happens to be open, then I'll kind of go there. But I don't think I've been there since their Mardi Gras last year.
And you're talking about the Arnold one about how it's close to Murphy's and that March might be a good time to go.
Yes, Irish Day is the best in Murphy's. It's where I learned I first had my whiskey and pickleback from there. I never even knew about that. But Kevin, one does not go to the Irish Day parade with a shamrock simply on your shirt. Like, you need to be like full out leprechaun get up. Like they take it serious there. It's a lot of fun. Mm-hmm.
Really? What other things, is it bar crawl kind of thing?
Total bar crawl. There's a lot of wine, tasting rooms down there.
Okay.
They got a lot of stuff for the kids. They got bands, the whole get up. Yeah.
What do they have for the kids? They have,
little vendors. So face painting or it all depends. I mean, the last time I went, it was raining a little bit. So some of the street vendors, kind of decided to leave, but the kids are just having a lot of fun. They're just running through the streets and they're all with their wigs on, and it's really sweet.
Kind of reminds me of downtown Brentwood when there's events come on. Is there anything coming up in downtown Brentwood that you're a part of that I should know about?
Yes, absolutely. Speaking of whiskey, our 4th annual whiskey walk will be coming up this May.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And I put it on with Miss Julie Deck through the Rotary Club at Brentwood. Mm-hmm. So the date is to be determined, but it should be at the yard again this year, like it was last year.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun, and all the money goes right back to our community.
Yeah, so, Mark and I definitely had a blast. In fact, I think you pull up a picture. Yep, there we are. Yeah, so if you want to get tickets for the Whiskey Walk coming up, where would you find those at?
The Rotary Club of Brentwood, their Instagram, Facebook, or their website is easy, or find me on 𝙧𝙚𝙖𝙡 Summit. That's my handle on Instagram, and I will be promoting the heck out of it.
All right, sounds great. Well, thanks for being here today.
Absolutely.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll see you next time.